What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan, and a very happy Wednesday to all of you. It is Wednesday, May 3rd, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. In today's reaction video, I will be reacting to the 4th episode of Oshi no Ko, and the title of today's episode is Actors. Before I begin today's video, I do want to just let you know I might be a little lower energy than normal, and I might have to step off screen occasionally here and there. I am very under the weather today. I started to feel it yesterday, which is why I didn't do a top 10, and I woke up this morning and it's all hell right now. When I tell you I have drugged myself down just so I can get this video done and out of the way. I have done everything possible to get through this reaction, and I'm going to be fighting. So I'm just going to ask you guys to bear in there with me as I get through today's video. So, with that being said, I'm going to try to keep this brief. Obviously, in the last episode, we got to see more of the focus on Kana, who was the child actor who kind of fell out of graces in the acting world after she started to grow up to being a teenager and to this current point in time. We got to see, obviously, a lot of great shenanigans between her and Aqua, and we really got to see more about her personality and growth as a character. And, you know, I talked a lot about her growth at the end of last episode, and I want to reiterate again that it's really nice to see that someone acknowledged why they might have fell off of the good graces that they used to be in and what they have to do to be able to get back up. Kana was a very prideful person, and in a way she was a very arrogant person. Obviously, she got her first bit of humble pie when she met Aqua initially when they were much younger kids, and unfortunately, even though she clearly got humbled a little bit then, it's clear that she continued to kind of act with that arrogant personality, and gradually actors didn't want to work with her, agencies didn't want to work with her anymore, and gradually she just ended up falling out. And so now we've come across Kana so long, you know, so much time later, she obviously she's learned from her mistakes and is trying to really build herself back up and her material from the ground up, even if that means having to work with very low profile, very kind of third-rate movie productions, but she understands that that's the price to pay for losing out earlier in her career while others were able to build their craft and network better. And I said then, and I'll say again today, that for her, she had to learn that it's not just about the talents that you have, but it's about your ability to network too. So it was really, really, really great getting to see that growth. You know, even though Ai is going to continue to forever be my #1 for this show because of just how phenomenal her presentation in the first episode was, I definitely can say you guys definitely hyped up a great character. Kana is a wonderful character. She's just a good mix of all different types of personality traits, and I absolutely loved the hell out of her last episode. Of course, that was only part of the episode, and we did get a name that, as we came to learn, Aqua found in the private phone that his mother, Ai, used to have, and that was the name of none other than Kubaragi. So he was someone that I used to work with, and it was, again, in a phone that he had to go through a lot of effort to be able to crack the code to. And as we went through the episode, we did come to learn that, unfortunately for Kana, even though Kana thought that she was finally being recognized for her talents and abilities, him and the production team there actually don't give two shits about her whatsoever, and she'll probably be tossed away as soon as the cloud is all said and done and they finish with this production, especially since for the production they're working on now, it doesn't even really matter to them if she's good or bad, because they're just trying to go for, for a very specific part of the fan base, and that very specific part of the fan base that they're aiming for does not require a great actor like her. They just need some fan service and some mediocre stuff here and there. So unfortunately though, for them, as they're getting ready to learn, Aqua's about that life. Aqua now understands that by him being here helping with this presentation, he might be getting close to the person, or he might have come across the person who actually put Ai through everything that happened all the way up to her unfortunate demise. And I'm very anxious and excited to see where we go from this point. So I'm sure there's some things that I want to talk about that I'm missing, but again, very under the weather. I just want to get straight to the episode. So last thing I want to say before we start today's video reaction is about the rating. And unfortunately, it did happen after an almost 4-week period of being at the top spot on Now. Around Saturday night into Sunday, around Sunday night into Monday morning, unfortunately, Oshi did fall out of the number one spot. And as of the time of this recording, Oshi is in the number two spot with 9.08. Still an absolutely phenomenal job for this show going into week number 4, and it continues to be by leaps and bounds my number one show of this anime season. So that's what I got for you guys for now. Give me just a moment to get the episode pulled up, and when I come back, we'll get this video reaction started. Alright, y'all, I am back, and I'm going to try to get through this as best I can before my body just completely shuts down on me. Again, this is episode 4 of The Great Oshi no Ko, and the title of today's episode is Actors, and I am expecting a lot of greatness as we now get to see Aqua have his first full performance since everything of episode 1 and 2. And for Kana, it's going to be great seeing her up and close and seeing if she kind of changes a little bit, being that Aqua's now present. So let's go ahead and get this episode started in 3, 2, 1. I'm actually pretty pumped, being that really this is going to be our first time really getting to see Aqua go all out in acting since the smaller video that he did back in episode 1. I'm stoked. I can't wait to see the other ones though. Especially her, because I think she's the one that a lot of y'all have been talking about. That's the other one that pretty much competes up there for Best Girl with Kana. We'll see though. Also, because I do deep dives after I'm done with these reactions, we've been talking about a lot of theories, and I know that due to copium, a lot of people still thinks that there is a supernatural element with people being able to be reincarnated, that apparently, I might get reincarnated as one of these girls that are currently present in our cast now. Which, I think that's copium more than anything, but I guess we'll see how it plays out. Also, again, sorry if I have to step off here and there for my nose and stuff. He's very thorough and methodical about how the entire scene is set up. You know he would be good with something like that because he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes to make sure that that stuff is thought for. Mm. Golden age. I think it was a combination. And unfortunately, that's just how it is in the entertainment industry. Damn. And it's so trash how that works out. Dang, so even if they had a target, jeez, so even their target audience, it still sucks. Like, if I was the people behind the scenes making it, I would completely restructure the story in that case. It's not going to work. Bro, Aqua about to tear this up. It's so forced to just... Yo. It is, but he's so bland and just forced and stoic. It's just... But don't work it. Aqua about to tear this shit up. I cannot wait. Yes, it does. And do you think that he didn't already think that his footsteps would be heard? Use the environment to your advantage. Smart guy. Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Yeah, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Damn. He bought it out. Just like that. So now it's up to you. Oh, shit. Yo. Yo. Aqua. In 10 seconds or less. Wow. Yep. Putting all the salt jokes aside. Hey, you did your thing though, Aqua. You made that entire scene work. Damn. Hey, but it works. I mean, because clearly what y'all doing wasn't working. Yeah, because this is more in line with what she would have wanted it to be. And he did it so effortlessly. Damn, she probably feeling the same way that she used to felt before 10 years ago. It's like, damn, Aqua did it again. Listen, I feel it. You know, and it's sad to say, but as someone who worked in the industry, I can say I've heard that a lot because there's always going to be so many adjustments and consolidation. Oh, oh, it was hers. That's right. But for the people who stayed, damn, and you did that thing, Aqua. You did that. You put all the pieces into motion so that Kana could knock it out in the end. Now, do you think this man has time for that? My man trying to kill a dad right now. And Kana, but Kana, you need to stop. Don't we all? Because we watched the video footage of it from the beginning, and man, it was painful. Oh, so he's ruled out. But he still might know something. I didn't think it was him either. Oh, shit. So he was probably just an in between. He may know other people, but he himself. Hmm. A reality dating show? Y'all about to put this man through the most. Like, and now, yep, we're back to this scene. Well, about that. And so now we pick up where we left off. Oh boy. Why, thank you so much, Kana. Why, thank you. However, I'm always going to keep what I said in mind as we go through all this. Lies are the greatest truth. Because in the entertainment industry, it's full of nothing but lies. And in that essence, I hope Ruby takes care of herself throughout all this. Oh, shit. Minami Kodo. Okay. Yo, Ruby don't be. Yo! Well, that was fast. Absolutely not. Well, I mean, you get a trigger point, so of course. Like, just. Oh. Frills. Yo, Ruby's just gonna have a complete overload. Listen, she's been infatuated with everybody since she walked in this damn school. Oh my goodness. I just love her pure heart personality, I swear. See, I'm with him on that. Is he about to walk up and say hello? Oh, damn. See? And you... Well, damn. 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 Don't break her like that, for real. Don't do that. Oh my goodness, stop! She's like, damn, got it all. Oh my goodness. Don't do that to yourself, girl. Right. And normally for groups like this, the people that we will find will probably be full of crap that it's not going to mesh well with this type of agency. Or with what we're trying to go with this newly reborn agency. Hey, he's going to recommend Kana? He's going to recommend she join? Oh, that's going to be awesome. And that means I'll get my wish of Kana and Ruby working together. And I really did want that to be the case. Has it really been time already? Damn, it has been. I'm so glad because I'm not going to lie. I have to blow my nose. It's been rough. All right, so that was a good episode. And, you know, I'm glad to see him back with his acting chops again and how he was able to bring out both that no-name actor that had no experience and was able to give motivation with Kana. So that was really, really well done. I really liked this episode. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm feeling about the progression overall once, of course, this great ending is done. I'm never not going to get enough of having to see that in, for better or worse. Just so much seeing I in that capacity. Oh, man. All right, so give me a few moments, guys. Again, very under the weather. It took me a lot getting through that episode, so let me go blow my nose and stuff, and I'll be back in a moment to talk about my post thoughts. All right, guys. So just a couple of thoughts here about this fourth episode. I really did enjoy this fourth episode, as I've enjoyed all the episodes for their respectable reasons. We did get, obviously, in the first part of it, a bit more focus on Kana and the internal struggles that she's had since she lost her favor in the acting world, and the growth that she had to go through and having to start from the ground up, even trying to make a production like this work, even though, as we saw, there was only so much that she could do because of really her overall lack of confidence. Because with Kana definitely has the skills and abilities to pretty much run anything that she wants to, but she remembers everything that's happened before, and I'm sure that she has internal factors that are holding her back from taking that next step. But Aqua being back and being present really has been a big motivational factor for her. I've really enjoyed their interactions, and I really enjoyed the acting segment of this particular episode. It was really well put together. I think Aqua did a phenomenal job. He really adopted the bad boy killer in the background vibe, and it's sad to say there are many reasons why he probably would be a very adaptable and good with something like that. But he did a phenomenal job. He knocked it out of the park being the stalker. And he even bought the no-name something that didn't even want to speak to him when they originally ran into each other. And he actually made him better and really antagonized him too. And that punch was intentional. My man walked and called him ugly, got all up in his skin. I loved every bit of Aqua and how he performed in that segment. And of course, that managed to motivate Kana in just enough way that she was able to bust out her tears in less than 10 seconds, and did a phenomenal job with her presentation to end that final episode of the series that they were recording in. So that was really well put together. I really did enjoy that. Of course, we did find out that the producer guy of that series, that new eye, he was more of a middleman, and he probably will know things that are going to lead to the person we're trying to find. But at least for right now, because the DNA test came back negative, it does not appear he is related in any way to I or to the kids. So that has, at least for now, ruled him completely out. And then we just went through the rest of the episode where we got to get more introductions to the school. Everyone got to be introduced to their respectable classes. Ruby is completely fangirling over everything and everyone. We got obviously new characters like Minami and Frill, and I'm sure are going to be other characters that we're going to get to know throughout. And these characters that were introduced were not even part of the main cast that was presented in the trailer. So it looks like we're actually going to have a lot of characters that I'm going to have to keep up with. And that's great. And my only thing is that if we're going to introduce these characters, make sure that they continue to have some type of relevant factor in the presentation of this show. Again, as it stands right now, Oshinoko is a 20 out of 10 show. This show's been phenomenal, and it's done everything that I've wanted it to do. But the only fear that I have is, if we do unload a lot of different characters while we're also on this kind of revenge mindset of things, just don't forget about those characters. Even if, you just have to reference them a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. So I'm very interested in seeing what comes of all the characters in the performing arts side, and really of everyone that's going to be present at this school, at least based on what we've been presented so far. And so that does bring me to the end. And as we saw, they were having that discussion. Ruby realized that she's not, hasn't really been able to do much in the agency with Strawberry Productions, just restarted. So, Aqua now has gotten his invitation to be part of a reality show if he wants to get more information out of the producer. We have, we have Kana, that is a child, she's done her whole thing, and she's building herself back up, but at least she is known. And Ruby didn't really have a lot going for her, at least up to episode 4. And so, of course, Aqua recommends the one that I was hoping, and the one that, yes, we did see in the opening thing, because we see 2 other characters with Ruby, and I wasn't really 100% on that, but I guess Kana is going to become an idol with Ruby. So he has recommended Kana because Kana is trying to build herself and her platform back up. She's not tied to any industry. She has relatively low expectations because she knows she has to start from the bottom, from the ground up again. And there's no better person to choose right now than Kana herself. So my overall opinions is I've really enjoyed what each episode has set out to do, and I get it. The community, and part of the reason why we're now starting to see the 10s start mellowing out to 8s is because episode 1 was a movie. It was action-packed. There was enough of every different type of theme happening in that first episode that gave something for everybody to love. But for me, personally, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that things are mellowing now. Now the fans of the actual series are going to start settling in like myself. People who, this is a theme that I love and enjoy. You know, I've worked in this industry. I've worked with people that are actively in this industry and are no longer in this industry. And I've seen firsthand how cutthroat this industry can be. And so I have a very deep attachment and love/hatred for the entertainment and showbiz industry as a whole. And so I'm going to be invested in this show 100% no matter what. So my investment in episode 1 has not changed in episode 4. But again, we are creatures that like there to be a lot of action, a lot of on-screen suspense that's leading to a lot of action-packed stuff. And when there's a lot of dialogue happening, sadly, people tend to kind of, wean off and kind of be like, okay, well, this hasn't been episode 1 worthy, so I guess it's not what it was anymore, and that's not the case. This show is still every bit as quality as episode 1 was, and now we're starting to unravel the story, which is going to really make this show it's going to take this show to its next level. I just think that I had such a stage presence, such a presence on screen that was just so overpowering and so overwhelming. It's easy for us to compare everything else that's happening to Ai's presentation, but I accepted in episode 2 that Ai's no longer with us. And while I know copium is in effect and many people are hoping that she's going to show back up in some way, shape, or form in the future, perhaps also reincarnated as another person, I personally think Ai is gone. And I think that now we're at a point where we need to move on, and we now need to, reinvest ourselves with the story at play here. And I can tell you right now, I'm just as invested as I was in episode 1 now. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen, especially since now it looks like Ruby and Aqua are going to get to work more in conjunction with one another, which I think is going to be good for both of them, and especially to Kana when it comes to her being able to rebuild her platform. So that's all I got for you now. I'm going to go. Got to take some more medicine. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I held up as best I could. If you did enjoy the reaction, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So I'll see all of you wonderful people next Wednesday for episode 5 of Oshi no Ko. And until that time, catch you later.